Breezy on Ice Podcast, and I'm back with another episode. And Sunday night, Damian Lillard had himself a game, 71 points. I repeat, Damian Lillard torched. Who he torched? Was it Houston? Yeah, he torched Houston for 71 points, 13 of 22 from the 3-point line. Shot a lot of 3 points from deep range. And I was just saying how Damian Lillard gets overlooked in the Steph Curry, era of shooting, because Steph is such a lethal shooter that people don't really pay too much attention to Damian Lillard. And Damian Lillard is a guy that if Steph Curry was not playing at the same time as he was playing, we would be talking about him and the way he shoots the 3-point shot and his ability to do certain things. But being that him and Steph plays in the same era, which is great for basketball, I believe they're the two best shooters in the game right now. Not overlooking Klay Thompson. We know what Klay Thompson can do, but this video ain't about Klay right now. So far we've seen guys drop 70 plus points this year. 2 in particular, and we watched Bron break this all-time scoring, become the all-time scoring leader, right? So we had 3 guys do monumental things in the NBA. So far, Donovan Mitchell and Dame Lillard are tied for career high most points in the game, 71 apiece. That's breaking Devin Booker's record of 70. I believe Devin dropped 70 on the Celtics a couple years ago. But it seems like everybody's still chasing that NBA scoring record in the game of Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain's 100 points that he scored in the game. I don't think we'll ever see that, but I think we're getting closer and closer with guys getting hot, like how Dame Lillard could get hot, and how Klay can get hot, Steph can get hot, Donovan Mitchell can get into that hot streak. So we have a couple of guys that can get into the hot streaks, and Klay, he had some big games too this year. I believe he dropped 50 plus on somebody maybe a couple of weeks ago, maybe last week sometime. He had himself a couple of games too where he was dropped 40 and 50, not to disregard him. But we've seen guys get super hot. Tatum has got super hot in games. But like I said, we thought Devin Booker's 70 points wouldn't get broken. But now we had to see it twice this year with Dame and with Donovan Mitchell eclipsing 70 points. Like I said, the chasing Wilt Chamberlain, who scored 100 points a game, and Kobe, 81 points a game that he dropped on Toronto, I believe in like 05. Yeah, 05. Like 05, I believe that was 05. He dropped that 81 on Jalen Rose and company. So we're getting closer and closer to seeing those marks drop. We've seen guys get scary hot. Literally, we had 2 guys this year that was 10 points away from tying Kobe's 81 in the game, which is crazy to think about. You seeing guys get that hot and really score that many points in the game, because the game has a flow to it more 9 times out of 10, But when you see guys get hot like that, normally guys feed the hot hand, and if a guy can sustain being hot for a long period of time, you got to keep feeding that guy the ball. I didn't get a chance to actually watch that game where he scored 71 points. I'm sure it would have been a phenomenal thing to watch, just like I didn't get a chance to watch not Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell's 70-point game. I did get to watch Devin Booker's a couple years ago when he torched the Celtics. That was impressive to see, very impressive. Because Devin Booker is still a young guy. I believe he's not in his prime yet, but he's entering his prime or somewhere around there right now. He's only gonna get better and better with time, and kind of lethal scorer he can be. So that was amazing watching him do that. Jason Tatum's another guy that can get hot. I like what they got brewing, even though I'm not a Celtics fan, but that Celtics team is very well coached, and congratulations to their new coach. He actually is the coach of the Celtics now. Udoka is out. I'm sure he'll land on his feet and coach somebody. I'm not sure where he's going to be at as far as coaching. You know, Vaughn is at the Nets. I believe Atlanta just signed, what's his name? The former Utah Jazz coach. I believe he's the coach of the Jazz, Snyder. So he's in Atlanta now. So we're gonna see what he do with this young talented group that he has in Atlanta. See if he can get them to be in the playoffs or get them. Well, they should be in the playoffs. They should be in the play-in tournament maybe. But we're gonna see if he can get these guys to play up to the standard that we know they can play. You know, talented backcourt with Jelante Murray and Trae Young. That backcourt is very talented. You got John Collins and Clint Capella. That's your forwards and your center. You know, so they got pieces, and then they got the guy from Detroit, who's pretty decent player. So Atlanta has pieces. They just have to put it together. They just got to win games. They have to showcase their talent. You know, with only 20 plus games left of the season, and you don't want to be in the play-in tournament situation, but if they happen to be there in the play-in tournament situation, they should at least make it to an eighth seed, if nothing less, if they get trapped in that mix-up there. The Knicks is looking good so far. I believe they 5-0 or 6-0 with Josh Hart. Josh Hart is really showing what he can bring to a team. And him and Jalen Brunson used to be college teammates, so I'm sure it's just like good old days. So it's been a great run for them. I believe he was the piece that was missing for the Knicks. They got a piece that they needed in Josh Hart. You know, he's not going to cheat you. He's going to play hard on both ends of the floor. You know, Jalen Brunson's been more than spectacular for the Knicks. Julius Randle been surprisingly good. Well, Julius Randle is not bad during the season, even though I think he's a burger because of the way he played in the playoffs against Atlanta. I will never let him live that down. He literally fizzed out in that playoff series that was winnable. The Knicks should have won that playoff series against Atlanta. I don't care what nobody thinks, feel, and this is why I'm hard on Julius Randle, and that's just why I call him a burger, because you can't fizz out like that in the playoff series when you're trying to advance to the next round. You know, even though you was gonna lose eventually, but I would have ever see y'all lose in the second round. You know, then you never know, because once you get momentum and you start winning a couple games, you know, you turn the tide. And once you turn the tide, you know, the amazing thing about basketball is when you get into a rhythm is hard to be broken. But then again, you know, it eventually will run out. And if it had run out in the second round, so be it. That'd have been perfectly fine. At least you got the job done against a team that I felt y'all could have beat during that point. Now that team is a very good team. So the Knicks just have to keep winning basketball games, and I'm sure they can stay in that 5th or 6th seed. You don't want to be a 7th seed because now you're involved in that play-in tournament, 7 through 10, I believe. That's the standards that play each other to see who gets in and who gets out. So you don't want to be in that mix-up. So as long as you can stay 4, 5, or 6, you should be good in the East. You know, depending on who the 4th seed is, that can be a tough one because we know, it's top heavy. The East, you got Boston, Milwaukee, Philly, Cleveland. I'm not sure if Brooklyn is still in the mix, but I'm sure that's how it's looking. And I don't know if you want to play Cleveland. If Cleveland is a 4th seed with Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland and company. That's a really, really good team. They're a young team, but they're really good. I like the direction that they're going in. It's a great direction because, like I said, Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland is another backcourt that I like. I think it's a little underrated, but those two guys together, they blend together well. They feed off each other. They can score a lot of points. Like I said, probably the dark horse in backcourts right now, Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell. Those guys can play basketball, man. They definitely can play basketball. Like I said, Trae Young, we know Trae Young and DeJounte Murray is an elite backcourt. It's not too many. We know Chris Paul, Devin Booker is a good backcourt. Agent CP3 though, but still a floor general, so he still brings that point guard essence. He's gonna set you up. And now that he has an assassin, like a sniper like Kevin Durant, and you got a guy like Devin Booker who's also a sniper. I mean, and you got a big man you can throw the ball down to in the middle. So you have a lot if you're Phoenix, and then you got T.J. Warren coming off the bench and Terrence Ross. So you got scoring coming off the bench. Like T.J. Warren, he's coming back from foot injury and stuff like that. So once he get into the full swing of things, I believe we will see that same T.J. Warren that was in Indiana before the injury, that played well in the bubble. We'll see that same guy just in a 6-man form. I don't know if he will start, but in the 6-man form, yeah, that's exceptional. That's exceptional, man. You can't get no better than that. And having him come off the bench with Terrence Ross, your second unit. That's your two. Those two guys can do the lift and bulk of the scoring for the second unit. While Kevin Durant and Devin Booker and CP is on the bench resting. You got Cameron Payne still, who can do some things coming off the bench, and Laundry Shams, I believe, another guy who can stretch the floor, hit 3 balls. So the bench got a boost with adding Terrence Ross. Got a little bit of a boost. I'm not sure who their next big is, but they have to figure some things out. But they definitely going to be an elite scoring team. They're going to put up a lot of points, a lot of points on any given night. On any given night, they're going to put up points. I want to see with Dallas. I want to see Kyrie and Luka Doncic. I want to see what they do more. I know they lost some games. They've been in a lot of close games. They lost games maybe that they should not have lost. But I think Kyrie should lock in with Dallas and see what him and Luka Doncic could do for the foreseeable future. Mark Cuban is the type of guy, he's going to put the right pieces around those two guys. I believe as long as he knows Kyrie is locked in and committed to Dallas and commits to Dallas for long term, Mark Cuban will do the right things by them two guys and get the right pieces around them. But it's up to Kyrie Irving what he does. If I was Kyrie, I wouldn't bolt to LA to play with LeBron. That's just me personally, and that's no knock against LeBron or anybody. I just believe in that you wanted the quest. You went on a quest to do things on your own. So continue on that quest. And if it results in another championship, so be it. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But at least you could say you did things your way. And this is what I respect about Damian Lillard. Even though I get mad that he's so loyal to Portland at certain points in time. But I understand it from a competitive point of view. It's like, why would I go somewhere else and join superstars? Don't knock against whoever want to do that, Don't knock against that. But if the team isn't homegrown like that, then why should I go out and seek it? when I could stay here in Portland where they love me and I love them, and play my best basketball. And Damian Lillard has put on a show ever since he's been in Portland. I mean, it has been no short of, of not giving it his all on a night in, night out basis. And that's what I respect about him. And he has a pretty good team. Jeremy Grant, Alfonso, Simons, or Finney Simmons, however you say the kid name. You have him. You got the big guy still. They add Cam Reddish. I think Cam Reddish is gonna help them out a lot. But you lost Gary Payton and you lost Josh Hart. So it's like, what direction is Portland really trying to go in? Are you trying to get Damian Lillard to that next level where a championship is on the docket? Or you just want Damian Lillard to be one of these all-time great players with no rings, which he would end up in the same category as AI, Charles Barkley, who was really a great basketball player that never won anything, came close but never won. I mean, Charles tried to get, he tried, man, he really did, he tried, but it comes a point in time, where you don't want to chase rings. A lot of players do try to chase them at the end of their career. We've seen that happen. We definitely seen that happen. And some guys don't chase them. Some guys just have to live with the fact that, fuck it, I never got a chance to win a ring. But I'm an all-time great player. I'm in the Hall of Fame. What more can I ask for? Yes, to win a championship ring would have been nice, or to win some championship rings would have been lovely, but it just didn't happen. And it's a shame how Melo's gonna go down as one of them all-time great players too with no rings. And Melo, we know what happened with him toward the end of his career, being blackballed and blacklisted. It's unfortunate because Melo could still play. I don't see really a bunch of guys better than Melo that's young. That can. I mean, there's a lot of young guys that's better than him because of course they're younger players. They have more upside. But Melo can still put the ball in the basket. That's what I'm saying. Melo can help somebody win by coming off the bench. And I think Melo embraced that role and understood that he wasn't the same Carmelo Anthony that dominated with the Knicks and the Denver Nuggets. He understands that now. He understands that, he can be really good Melo that can come off the bench and give you 10 to 12 points. And sporadically, maybe he had one of them huge nights where he go for 20, 25, Because Melo, we know what Melo can do, man. Melo can just put the ball in the basket. He can flat out shoot the ball, mid-range. And if he gets hot, the three ball starts dropping, Melo is not gonna be not the same Melo that used to play bully ball sometime on the block and stuff like that. Nah, that Melo days is gone. But he can, like I said, he can still contribute to a team. I can see a lot of teams right now in the NBA that can use a Carmelo Anthony. It just comes down to this: do you want to give him the shot? Do you want to give him the chance? And Melo deserves a chance. Like I said, it's a beautiful thing in basketball. We've seen records fall this year. We've seen Braun get the ultimate record, becoming the all-time leader in points. And we've seen Spider Mitchell drop 71, and we've seen Dame drop 71. So what's next? And who's next to drop 70+ point games? Will one of those guys have a big night again and drop 70, 75? Who knows? We may see that 81 point record drop of Kobe's this season. We might see it, but we might not. you know, you see nights like that, the 100 points by Will, the 81 by Kobe, the 71 by Dame, the 71 by Donovan Mitchell, the 70 by Booker. That's history right there, man. That's history. It's all in the books, man. All these guys is in the record books for points. It's probably gonna be a long time before you see those records fall. But don't be surprised if one of those guys drop another 70 piece before the season is over. Just don't be surprised, and don't be surprised, Dame, if the NBA knocks at the door and give you a random drug test like they did Donovan Mitchell. Just saying, just be ready for it, be prepared for it. But like I said, it wasn't at Luka Doncic's door when he had that 60 point triple double. I mean, he had a 60 piece triple double. I'm just saying, if we're gonna do that to players, let's keep the same energy across the board. Let's drug test them all if you feel like there's some performance enhancing thing going on. Just don't pick and choose. Don't pick and choose. I believe they was at Jason Tatum door too, right? When he went off for that 55 points. Man, this NBA streets is crazy, man. But anyway, I might have something else for you guys later. Peace and love. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Oh, and March Madness is about to start. So, I'm definitely going to be on my P's and Q's about that. At least try to. MLB with the new pitches clock, I believe. Yeah, and the batters can't step out the box and stuff like that. That's crazy. MLB trying to speed the game up a little bit. Is it good or is it bad? I guess we will find out as the season go on. That's very interesting. With the new rules being implemented and is in place, and they're doing it in spring training right now. I believe it's spring training camp or something like that. So yeah, let's see how this thing goes. I'm going to be keeping my eyes out for that, so I can report on that. But it may be good for baseball, speeding the game up a little bit, but it may be bad. But let's see. When opening night comes around, we're going to see how it looks. That's when I'm going to really be able to, signify whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. As of right now, I'm on the fence about it. I do think the game needs to be sped up a little bit, but you don't also want, you don't want to lose anything from the game too by trying to speed it up or slow it down, right? So let's just see how this thing goes. But anyway, peace and love. Like, comment, subscribe. Let your boy know how you feel about the videos. And yeah, it's all love.